All right, welcome back to the project. It's Roy here. We're trying to do a bit of a different format for this recording, this video. It is a behind the scenes stream. So this is a not behind the scenes stream, behind the scenes video.
All right.
Of course, what I'm going to do right now immediately is you'll probably hear a reverb on the YouTube video 20 seconds in. So
Format for this
just go. Allow me to.
video. It is a behind the scenes.
Okay, just gonna muted that. So what I want to do for this video is, as a season title, it's basically one on Twitter. It's a technical video, really. I don't do a lot of these because they're boring. I used to, and I realized very quickly that they're fairly useless when it comes to getting anywhere with your channel, with your project. If you have any goals in mind, doing a technical video is a surefire way to get nowhere, because it's just not entertaining. I mean, sorry, I'm just kind of fixing my hair. I just got up. It's looking weird. I look like one of those like 2005 fobs from, you know. Anyways, doesn't matter. The point is, I wanted to get rid of some tabs, and a lot of these tabs are literally just reiterations of Twitter, as I've been exploring the platform, and I don't want to copy the links. I'm a very big, I guess, kind of compulsive person when it comes to recording everything in the database. So what I tend to do is I take all the links and I paste it over into a spreadsheet so that I can refer to in the future, which never happens. I never end up going to the same links over and over again, right? So it's just a big waste of time, and I figure, a lot of this just has to do with my sort of my insecurities. I would say manifesting as a perfectionism, trying to make sure that I cover all my bases, even though the truth is I'll never actually end up using the links that I save or the things that I have kept in my database. Like the data is like unusable data or useless data. And so instead of getting all OCD about it, why don't I just and doing all this unnecessary data entry? Why don't I just make a video about it? And that's what we're doing right now. It's very easy. This isn't difficult for people to consume, right? If you gave someone a spreadsheet, they'd be like, oh, fuck that, right? But if I make a video about it, it's kind of entertaining. You can see the behind the scenes, and only the people who are really interested can do it, but they will actually enjoy it far more if they're interested than me showing, giving them a downloadable spreadsheet as a Patreon Excel document. Instead, I can just let them see this video, and then I can still offer the spreadsheet if I really want to in the future. But the video is far better idea, So what we're going to do is there's roughly about 10 tabs at least in Twitter. We're going to eliminate all of them so that after this stream ends, after this recording, this sort of Twitter technical behind the scenes video is finished, we have the computer, the laptop resources, RAM, and CPU free to do another video, but on the reaction that is Studio Gek reacting to. So reaction Inception, we're reacting to people reacting to Attack on Titan. Probably season 3. I really want to get that down because we're so far behind. So without further ado, let's dive into it. So the first thing that I really want to showcase is this, and I'm going to maximize this. It's muted, but
Reacting to
there you can hear me.
Inception.
Live stream can't hear me, but so this is basically, you can see all these ridiculous tabs here because they're all things that I want to react to, that I want to talk about, that I want to discuss, that I want to save and create content, make stuff out of. So the first thing here is a tweet that contains my broadcast, and so right here you can see that's basically what you see on Twitter. And at the time, about 3-4 years ago, I was using an app called Periscope. If you're not familiar, it's kind of like Vine, but a far more obscure and arguably just not as well developed. I don't know. Twitter bought it out. They shut it down. And but it was actually the first app that I used to live stream. So there's a lot of nostalgia and old time reminiscence sake, that a bit of loyalty even to it. So I just want to showcase this. This is me having, after dabble into some technical stuff, I was able to get a broadcast over onto Twitter. So not just on now YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and a Korean platform called Africa TV. So 안녕하세요, if there are any, 안녕하세요, if there are any Korean broadcasters, but there's viewers, sorry, and then there's now Twitter as well. So YouTube, Facebook, we had the big 4+ and extra. Sorry guys, Korean is like, it's not. I'm not trying to throw shade at the Korean live stream. It's just a small platform here. But you know, now we have a fifth multi-stream at the same time to Twitter, and I'm really surprised that it's not like killing the bandwidth or whatever. It must be something that's being restreamed from Prism Live Studio over to all these different sources, or Naver, in other words. Anyways, because there's no way that my computer can handle this, my phone can handle this. And so this is this is really the link. I mean, this is the tweet that's kind of broadcast. I'm interested to see the stats. If I go back, it does say, you know, it shows me, I believe, the Twitter analytics or whatever. View analytics. So 38 impressions, 3 engagements. So people who are engaging in this stream. Instead of just having it blank, what I should probably do is at this point refocus the camera over onto the screen itself. So I'm going to move the mic, just move it slightly to the right. In about 10 seconds time, you'll see the screen focus more, the live stream focus more on the laptop instead of the mic. So it's really an autofocus maneuver I use to my advantage, so that it focuses on, it blurs out content when I don't want it to be shown. Okay, but let's just kind of move it back here, get it out of the way of the mic. Okay. Yes. No. It's fighting for it now. What I'm going to do is just adjust it so that the mic's out of the way, and that the screen, the laptop screen is the main. There we go. Nice. That's the main. Shit. It's doing it again. Okay. Hold on, guys. Technical issues. But you can see what I mean, right? I'm just trying to get it to refocus on the screen here, so that the live stream sees what we see. Come on. It's just the mic. Stop looking at the mic. There we go. Nice. All right. Perfect. So we can close this now. We're done with this tab. One of like 10. Here is something interesting. So I went over to my profile, of course, your Twitter profile, and then when you go to your Twitter profile, it actually has, so actually if you go, these are scheduled tweets, basically what I want to show. If I go over to my account, and I believe right here is an example. Right, there we go. Notifications. FRC retweets. People are retweeting. These are usually just bots. I believe there's a developer named Rahul, PHP Node JS. FRC retweets. They usually retweet my stuff, so that's pretty good. It's just a bot, though, I believe. And so we go to profile, right? And if you go down to the more section, you can see that there are professional tools and Creator Studio. Originally, this wasn't there, and the reason why it is there now is largely because is it even running? What's going on here? Well, it's not even my current stream. Right, and the reason why this is even showing up here, the Creator Studio and professional tools stuff on the far left, which you can barely see. I think it's just missed because the mic's on that side. But basically, I was able to choose an option to turn my account into a professional account, and then suddenly all these tools like media, analytics, live streaming, broadcasting, scheduled tweets became available, and I thought that was really interesting. So I'm going to throw this away now and get rid of that as well. 2 tabs down, related to Twitter. We can throw away the schedule here, so we can see I have a tweet scheduled. And basically, what I want to do is, plan for a way to run live streams on Twitter every single day, right? Just like we have the 24-hour streams on YouTube, Twitch, blah-de-da, and Facebook, blah-de-da. Now, we only have one tweet scheduled here, and that's because what I've noticed is you can't really make multiple recurring tweets through Twitter itself. You actually have to use a different app and then connect that third-party app. Like I've seen some actually. We can just go there right now directly. So let's close this and head over to the left-hand side panel. So right here, and by the way, here I am, right? Oh, I'm bending too far forward. The chair's too forward. Closer. Okay, so over here we see these scheduled recurring tweets, right? I was asking, I wasn't asking, but I want to figure out how to schedule recurring tweets, and Bing here with their chat is telling me what's what. But actually, I just want to scroll down. It was just a search engine query that I entered, and then I accidentally scrolled up, and that's why Bing is there. But here are some of the top immediate results. Now, I know I'm using Bing right now. It's not Google, but you get some general idea of what the solutions are, and that's usually just third-party apps. I haven't seen any way for that Twitter allows you to schedule recurring tweets. So Plannable.io, and that makes sense because especially Elon Musk has been on this tirade a couple months ago, where it's like maybe a year ago when he was buying about bots, right? And too many bots on Twitter, so fair enough. But we go down here, recurring tweets, how to set recurring tweets on Twitter, the FAQs, right? And you see that, you know, most of it is blogging triggers. That's a platform, that's a blog. And when we click on it, again, I don't want to copy this over to my spreadsheet. It's just such a waste of time to do data entry. I just want to live stream it all. So looking for the best way and make a video about it. So there are several Twitter marketing tools available that you send, and then it goes through a entire list. So Agorapulse, apparently that's the leading social media manager app. Social Pilot, I've heard of this one for sure. This is a real OG. This one goes way back, in like 2012 and stuff. So it's like a decade-old software. And then there's like Plannable.io, right? How to schedule tweets for free in 2023. Yeah, and then there's like one really old. I remember Buffer. If you guys still remember Buffer, I'm not sure how Buffer's doing. Let's do a quick search on that right now. Buffer. It's still here, right? So I think this is more professional at this point. Social media toolkit for all businesses. All right, so let's get rid of it. That's another tab down. Okay, that's a bit of a separate thing. We were talking about scheduling tweets. Now let's talk about. Oh, you know what? It's okay. We can do this. So I was mentioning how we could not originally access these tools. So once again, unsent tweets. This is just me taking a look at the scheduled tweets, and there's only one, of course. Turns out there are drafts. I didn't know about this stuff. Here's the way you schedule it, right? You know, the day, the year, hours, how many hours in, exact time, and then the time zone. And then schedule tweets, but I'm not going to do that because I realized I was trying to schedule this and realized I can't make it a recurring tweet. I want to make a recurring tweet. There's no much point in making just a single tweet in advance. So because I'm doing mostly the same thing every day, let's get rid of this, discard it, you know, just whatever. All right, so you would go to more. If you have an account on Twitter, you would go to more on the left-hand side panel, navigation, and there would be an option saying, you know, do you want to turn your account into a professional account? When you click yes, and then it will lead you to a dashboard, and it will introduce you to all the tools. So let's go there right now to what it will look like, and I'm gonna close this now. Okay, we'll come back to Twitter Live later. So this is the dashboard and what it looks like. Not really, actually. This is the analytics, sorry. But we can just go there. It's fine. We have right here. So tweets up. So it goes through all my analytics, right? So 28-day summary, so on and so forth. Let me see what it looks like on Twitch right now, by the way. I'm a little curious as to see what it all really looks like on stream right now. And I don't... What does it look like on stream? I'm curious. I'm really curious. What does my stream look like? Okay, good. Nice. It's working. Okay. So, all right, back to this whole thing here on Twitter, not Twitch. You can see the stats, 28-day summary, tweets up 48.1%. Mostly because I've been posting my updates over on Patreon, and you know, I'm uploading videos now, so then there's just more tweets because there's every time I upload a video, there's now a tweet as well. Tweet impressions, 1.4k impressions. It's going down. It says whatever. It's not a big deal. Profile visits, mentions, followers, up in followers. A lot of this has to do with just graphic artists. They're not real followers, guys. It's just mostly botting for like these bots running for graphic designers. I'm trying to play myself down too, also because I don't want to make myself have these high expectations and then disappoint myself. It's just not a pleasant feeling. It's demotivating. and you want to keep the ball rolling if you want to grow. So tweets, tweet impressions. So you got to, in other words, be in the right mindset, be positive, and or at least be proactive rather than static. Profile visits, mentions, and then it goes through all your top tweets, top mentions, and then it goes down. It goes down way all the way down. It goes all the way through months. And for every month it has the number of followers. Sometimes I lost followers, sometimes it was like -5. There was a time when I just did not post because I was going through a really heavily difficult time, an abusive workplace, and as well as the household. So there were some things that got in the way, and you can always tell when you are not just posting, when you're not active. They will show you also how many subscribers and followers or tweets you don't have, how many followers you're actually losing, so it can show negative statistics. And I want to close this one because that's pretty much all I need to show you there. Oh, Twitter, TikTok, that's different. TikTok, Twitter, and Twitch. Shut up. Okay. That's for another video. That's Princess Diana running. All right, we have a lot to get through. I notice I'm stuttering a bit. I'm going to try to posture myself, sit up a little better. I'm slouching, and slow down my thought process, calm down a little bit. There we go. It's just overwhelming. There's a lot of stuff to get through. I didn't really have a plan or an outline as to all the things that we need to cover on exploring the professional Twitter studio. Anyways, here's the media studio again. And we were at, I believe, analytics. That's what we were just at. Account home. Oh, that's where we were. Okay, cool. There's event manager, conversion tracking, but I don't think I can do that. That's all. It's probably not available to me. Now, that was in analytics. And if we're here back in the media studio home, we have at the tab, library, producer, insights, scheduled tweets, analytics. So you can see here all these thumbnails of my. Oh, some of these are more recent, but these are really old here. These go back. Oh, wait, no, they're not. They're only. Never mind. They're only a couple like months ago. How is that possible? Shit. Oh yeah, right. I was running the sleep stream, and then I just had the camera facing against the wall at the time, so that was definitely something else. Yeah. So. Okay, that's fine. So we have all this stuff here, and right. So it just goes all the way down, and I just wanted to show you that this goes all the way back to like years ago, but I guess it's not. There's no point. It's basically all the media have: videos, images, GIFs, thumbnails. I don't have any GIFs. I have images a lot. I have no videos. Legacy media, not tweeted. We have producer. So producer is this one's really important. This is where you can create the broadcasts. So you have all the live scheduled and ended live streams, right? Scheduled. I have set recurring live streams every single day, and I decided to choose a time that was friendly to. EDT. What is EDT? EDT versus EST. EDT versus EST. EDT. Converter. Oh, okay, that's fine. It's all right. Eastern time still. Time zones, I scheduled it basically for when people kind of get off work and get off school. Right? And then to run it for a maximum of 6 hours, apparently. And Twitter, the limit is your broadcast can only last for 6 hours. And then I believe they will automatically cut you off. It's not confirmed, but I suspect it will be. Because when I was scheduling it, I noticed that they only allowed me to go for 6 hours and no more than that. So that's that. That's the producer. Live. And of course, there's more to it. Of course, you can, when you create a broadcast, there's all these details. For example, like right now, waiting for stream, broadcast name, how would you describe a broadcast, what is your category, comedy, digital creators, music, politics, blah-de-da. Goes all the way down. Select a source, create a source, and here, oh shit, shouldn't show that. Public audience, start immediately. Do you want to schedule it? You can say start later, and then you can schedule it. Time ends, you can make it recurring, repeat, right? You can put a poster image, right, which is what I did. Cover image, content restrictions as well. And this one is very reminiscent. This takes me back to like 4 or 5 years ago when I was broadcasting first time over on Periscope. I was a totally recessed, withdrawn little piece of shit back then. I was like totally withdrawn. I was really repressed in emotionally and very quiet and high pitched, and it's just kind of like kind of like kids are, right? But it was as a result of different causes. It's not just because of age. The point is, at that time, I was really naive. I also did not have a lot of confidence just by virtue of just starting. So it wasn't just necessary upbringing. It's just the first time I started a stream. So it's bringing me back here because I remember back then, Periscope would just randomly toss you across the globe, and then your live stream would be picked up somewhere in Brazil, and then in like Colombia, and then in somewhere in like Siberia, right? And then over and back into China, and then in Japan, and then it'd be like in Europe again, and it'd be in East Germany or something like that. So over here they have a way for you to make your broadcast replayable and non-replayable, but also encryption. And encryption will set geo restrictions, and that's what reminded me of Periscope, casting you across the world, because geo restrictions, basically means that certain countries will not be able to see, certain viewers from certain countries will not be able to see your broadcast. All right, I think that's it for this one. I want to kind of close it. Then we kind of went through a lot of stuff. This is TikTok. What the fuck is this? Just move aside, Diana. Move aside. We'll get to you next time. Okay, so we're back to the main page. No, we're not back to the main page. I didn't want to go there. Analytics, home tweets, conversion tracking. I don't know where this came from, but right, they show analytics not just for your tweets in that way, but also in this way. I'm not sure why it looks this way. This is showing individual tweets, so you get the raw details, the refined details here, right? Like 34, 30, 15, 49 impressions, and then engagements, how many people interacted, right? It's usually just like 2 or 0. No people interact. There's a ratio, so the percentage. Then you got the graph, the data analytics here that are the data visualization. You can see all that here, and then make some adjustments if you're into that kind of stuff. Top tweets, they got the tweets and replies, all the crap, and then they give a bar graph over time, so very nice. Okay, back to home. Let's move out of analytics. Account access, I don't know. Home. Tweets. Oh, that's what it was, tweets, okay. And you can export your data too, by the way. I'm not going to do it, but you could if you want. I'm not totally big on the data. So we're back here on a page. Let's just showcase again. You go to the left-hand panel, professional tools. You click on professional home. And, oh, something went wrong. It's not your fault. Shit. Professional tools. Okay, fine. That's not important. Let's go to media studio. That's important. Professional tools, I think that has to do with monetization and advertising. I don't have any interest in that at all. I'm not going to spend money on advertising, so I can't show you that portion. If you're interested in learning about Twitter advertising, I'm not the person to go for that. But you can definitely just like Google up some creators or influencers or some blog and articles and learn about that. Anyways, so back here, we talked about the library. We talked about all the assets. We talked about the producer, scheduled tweets, and analytics. Last thing here, insights. And this one, you can see I just don't have enough data. Posting your videos at the right time significantly increases watch time and engagement with your tweets. Get the best performance by publishing when your audience is most engaged. To maximize your reach, consider posting a piece of content multiple times throughout the week and on the days and times your followers are most likely to see it. Actually, that's an important thing that I don't do often. I don't post the same piece of content multiple times, but the reason is because I actually run new content every single day. Imagine posting the same piece of content multiple times a week and then having to do that for every single piece of content every single day. So that's just not feasible for I don't have a team. Anyways, insights, conversations, audience. Basically, okay, fewer than 1,000 followers. Got it. So that's the minimum requirement, and that's why it's not showing me anything. Okay, so we can get rid of that. And Twitter Media Studio, goodbye. And for some reason, professional tool is not showing. Twitter ads, you can go there. Oh, there we go. Twitter ads, but that's just the same thing. How about professional tools monetization? There we go. Bonus content for your most engaged followers. Twitter Blue. We'll get no. We don't want that. We don't want that. Musk, please. Security access. Let's just avoid that. So, additional resources, legal, cookies, stuff like that. I'll take a screenshot. But I went for the monetization. Bonus content for your most engaged followers. I have never seen this before, but creator applications coming soon. Check back soon to be able to apply to join the subscriptions program. All right. I'm just exploring this on on the whim, right? So I'm learning as you're watching, right? So we're all learning together about subscription creators. Here's a blog center right here, help center. Help people on Twitter earn monthly income from the content they create. Get a paid share of revenue, right? Of what? How? Offering extra level access to bonus content. Sounds a lot like Patreon, guys. Okay, features available, eligibility criteria, participate subscriptions, getting paid. How do they work? Okay, subscribe to receive access to perks, bonus contact, direct interaction. That's a lot like Patreon, man. Like you pay to get exclusive content, exclusive access, um, exclusive tweets, subscriber badge, subscriber tabs, a tab in wow, subscriber tab, subscriber badge. Okay, I can see this is like a fan thing. But of course, this is like digital stuff. I think people nowadays, right now, are more in tune with, especially the Gen Z and Gen and millennials. We're all adults now. I don't think we're so invested on the digital world. This is the whole reason why I think the whole metaverse and stuff kind of flunked. Is because we get older and then we start to have families and kids, and we have a real relationships to get invested in. So we're more invested in the real world. So I don't know how successful this whole thing with what's it subscriptions creator is gonna, it's probably gonna work. There will always be an audience for this, but I don't know how successful it will be. Subscriber tabs, other, compared to say like 2-3 years ago when COVID just started in like 2020, this would have really hit off really well then, right? Back then everyone was totally into like, oh, VR chat and like VR and virtual reality, augmented reality and stuff like that. Subscriptions community, subscriber spaces only, eligible criteria, blah blah blah, how to sign up, monetization status. I'm not interested in all this stuff, all this crap. I just want to explore, and I got my answers. Good enough. Okay, the VPN overview. We can talk about this some on another video. This one's only for Twitter though. This video we're doing is only for Twitter. All right, so last few tabs here we have for Twitter. We got rid of like 7-8 tabs already. So this one is Twitter Live. I was trying to find on Twitter a section dedicated to the live streams that are broadcasted on Twitter. Apparently they don't have something like that. Instead, they have an account called Twitter Live that showcases all of them.